Hello and welcome back to the Milan save on Football Manager 2023. We're going to get straight into things in today's episode because we have played 13 matches altogether since the end of the last episode where we signed a few players and found out who we'd be facing in the next round of the Champions League. That is, of course, Nice. We'll be bringing you both legs of that tie in today's episode. But before that, let's get into what's happened since the last episode. So after the winter break, we came back and we managed a 4-0 victory at home to Venezia. Olivier Giroud grabbing himself a hat-trick, De Ketelaere with the other goal. We completely dominated and were pretty good value for the win. Then we faced Bologna away from home and managed a 2-1 victory. We were 2-0 up thanks to goals from Gavea and Olivier Giroud, but then Bonifazi got a goal back for Bologna, but we did manage to hold on to that 2-1 win. A trip to Genoa was next up for us, and we had no trouble at all. Rafa Leao, Vignato, Fofana, and then Dembele getting what I think might be his first goal, might have been his first goal for us, as the final goal for the 4-0 victory over Genoa. Theo Hernandez then helped us beat Lazio by a 0-0 at the San Siro. We managed to find our way out of the first round that we qualify for of the Coppa Italia as well by beating Bari by 2-1. Bielek scoring. That shows you how much I was pushing for this game or this competition. Bartosz Bielek scoring a goal, the man who barely plays for us, and then Kalulu getting the other goal as Chidira scored a consolation for what turned out to be a consolation for Bari. Next up was one of the biggest Milan derbies for a while. We beat Inter 2-1. We knew heading into this that if we beat them, we would go above them into first place in the table. And thankfully, Olivier Giroud's penalty in the first half and a late goal from Olivier Giroud also was enough for us. Brozovic scoring a consolation for them in injury time, but a 2-1 win over our local rivals. We then beat Torino 1-0 thanks to Olivier Giroud's goal. We went on a trip to Naples. We went 1-0 down thanks to a goal from a player I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of, for Napoli. They then got sent down to 10 men and that completely changed the game. Mario Rui getting sent off in the 75th minute, and then on the 77th minute Dembele scored his first, 82nd minute he scored his second, and 84th minute he scored his hat-trick, his first hat-trick for the club, and a 3-1 victory for us in Naples. The tough games kept coming as we hosted Juve and we fell a goal down thanks to Mauro Icardi on 15 minutes, but thankfully Datro Fofana and Olivier Giroud were on hand to save our blushes and give us a 3-1 win. Giroud with quite a late brace late in the game. A trip to Sassuolo was next for us. Olivier Giroud giving us a great start on 12 minutes, but Dani Ceballos equalising for them on the 18th minute, only for Olivier Giroud to get on the scoresheet once more in the 68th minute to give us a 2-1 win. We then faced a relatively tough task in the Coppa Italia quarter-final. We faced Fiorentina. They went a goal up after 5 minutes thanks to Igor, but thankfully Olivier Giroud was on hand to equalise for us in the 29th minute. Milenkovic scored an own goal in the 47th minute, which put us 2-1 up, only for Sotiel to score with just under 25 minutes to go for Fiorentina to take the game to extra time. Thankfully, though, we didn't go all the way to penalties. Moussa Dembele coming up to score the what turned out to be the winner on the 117th minute. And then our final game that we played off camera, it was back-to-back games against Fiorentina, this one in the league, and Olivier Giroud giving us a 1-0 win over them thanks to the goal from the penalty spot. So you may have noticed there was a lot of wins. We're currently on a win streak of 12 games, so hopefully we can continue that in this episode. You may have noticed that there was a lack of Rafa Leao in the starting lineup of a lot of the games that we played off camera. He's actually injured. He's torn his knee ligaments. He's still going to be out for another 3 or 6 weeks, is that? He tore them in training as well, which is annoying. I wouldn't have minded so much if it was in a match, but yeah, Rafa Leao is still expected to be out for 3 to 6 weeks. Thankfully, we've got Datro Fofana, who's doing a good job as being his backup. And speaking of backups, Moussa Dembele, obviously coming in the January transfer window, he's got off the mark pretty well for us so far. He's scored 4 goals in 7 games, an average rating of 7.3. Looks very good value for money for a £17.75 million player. So just ahead of the first leg against Nice, let's see how they're doing in their domestic league. They are currently 9th, which is it's the highest position I've seen them in since we got drawn against them. They've been sort of lingering around the 10th and 11th mark of Ligue 1, so things not going too well for them in their domestic competitions. But they are on a little bit of a winning run. They've won a couple of French Cup games against lower sides, and then 2 wins against teams they should probably be beaten in Ligue 1. But their January was It wasn't great. We should be beating them today. In the other round of 16 tie today, it is Celtic against Benfica. Celtic, obviously, who were in our group. So we'll keep an eye on that. So this is the lineup we're going with for our first leg at Nice in the round of 16. We have Mike Milan in goal. He missed a game in the games off camera through injury, but he's back now. Alessandro Zanoli is at right back. Tamori coming back after a bit of a spell out injured. This is his first start back in the team since his injury. He's alongside Simon Kjær today because Matteo Gabbia is not available for today's game and Pierre Kalulu is a bit tired. At left back, we've got Jonas Rui coming in for Theo Hernandez, who is also lacking a bit in condition today. Ishmael Benesa and Tommaso Babega are in defensive midfield. Brahim Diaz is in at right wing, but I'm not sure about that because I've just noticed he's got the same condition as Gouveia. So we might as well play Gouveia in that case because I think he's a bit better than Diaz is at the moment. Charles de Ketelaere is attacking centre midfield with Datro Fofana still in there for Rafa Leao, who is obviously still out injured, and then Olivier Giroud up front. We do have Moussa Dembele on the bench in case we need him, but hopefully this team will be good enough to get a result in France. So interestingly, we have one of our own players playing for Nice today, Mattia Vitti, the man that we signed in the January transfer window and then loaned straight back to Nice. He starts for them. I was unsure when we were drawn against Nice whether he was going to be able to play against us, and it seems he is. So we'll get a good look at one of our centre-backs for next season. It's Kluivert. Inside to Ferreira. This is the first opportunity of the game. It's a long ball over the defence to Delort. Delort's through on goal for Nice. Delort with a shot. It's a good save from Mike Milan and then cleared by Jonas Rui, who is sweeping up well there. So with just over an hour played, we are going to make our first changes of the game. We've got a few players that are looking a bit tired out there. So Zanoli's going to come off. Wilfred Singo coming on for him at right back. Gouveia is also looking quite tired out there. We'll bring on Vignato. Do we bring on Diaz? Should we bring on Brahim Diaz? It's not really going to hurt, is it? And then I think I'm going to make a change up front as well. Moussa Dembele obviously was playing in League against teams like Nice earlier this season. So in theory, he should be better placed to score against that logic doesn't work, but we'll stick with it. And then Vignato is going to get a chance to come on because we'll bring him on for De Ketelaere. So 4 subs made on the hour mark. We've got 1 left to make if we need to. Hopefully we can grab a goal. Nice are the team that are on top throughout this game. We are yet to have a shot on target, which is a bit disappointing. It's Webster with a long ball, switch and play down the left-hand side to Kluivert. And now Delort is completely unmarked in the box. And what's gone on there? Surely he's offside. Please be offside. Okay, Kluivert might have been offside. I don't know what was going on with the marking in the box there. The goal's been given. That is the worst defending I think I've seen so far. They've just let him run into the box. That's terrible. That is terrible. That's 2 of my experienced centre-backs in Tamori and Kjær as well that have failed to do their jobs there. We're gonna take Kjær off, bring on Kalulu. That's our final change that we can make. 1-0's not too bad, I guess. We've never really looked like scoring so far this game, so if we do manage to find a goal from somewhere, I'm going to be very pleasantly surprised. Singo, ball forward to Brahim Diaz, who plays it nicely to the middle to Dembele. Dembele, with space to run into, finds Datro on the left. Can he get a ball into the box now? Datro Fofana to Dembele, and Dembele scores. 6th goal of the season for Moussa Dembele. He's managed to come off the bench and score against French opposition in the Champions League. This is completely against the run of play. It's our first shot on target in the game. Dembele picking it up there in the middle. Plays a nice ball out wide to Fofana. Asks for it back in the centre. And he can't really miss from there. It's Rui with a ball over the top looking for Dembele. But Latomba wins the header instead at the back for Nice. And they can get on the attack now with Seiwald. Plays that to Kluivert, who obviously got the assist for that first Nice goal. Running down the left-hand side, looking to get another assist, but it's a great challenge from Singo. And now Brahim Diaz can bring the ball forward for us. Ball to the left to Datro Fofana, who brings that down nicely. And Datro Fofana, he's got options waiting for him in the box. If he wants to get a ball in, it's Datro Fofana. He's in the box now, plays it across goal. It's deflected, parried out by Schmeichel, and then cleared by, January signing, Mattia Vitti. So we've made it to full time, and somehow it's ended level. I don't know how we've managed to do that. We were completely dominated for the majority of the game. We didn't get our first shot on target until I think it was the goal on the 78th minute. So Nice can feel very hard done by there, but I'm not going to complain. In the other knockout game, Furuhashi giving Celtic a 1-goal lead in their tie against Benfica. So I'm now going to play 4 games off camera and we'll come back for the second leg of the Nice Champions League tie. We've got a game against Roma and Lecce and Sampdoria in Serie A, and then we've got the first leg of the Coppa Italia semi-final against Atalanta. So I'll be back in a second to tell you how we did in all of those games. So we played those 4 games off camera and we kicked things off with a lovely 2-0 victory at home to Roma, Tomori and Diaz getting in the score sheet. We then followed that up with a 3-0 away victory at Lecce. Vignato managing to get himself a hat-trick in a rare start for him. We played the first leg of the Coppa Italia semi-final at Atalanta, and despite going 2 goals down early on in the first half, Olivier Giroud managed to make sure it was 2-2 at half-time, and we even had 2 goals disallowed in the second half. Olivier Giroud and Charles de Ketelaere both being disallowed for offside after Atalanta had gone down to 10 men, so set up quite nicely for the second leg of this semi-final. And then most recently, we've just beaten Sampdoria 3-0 away from home with goals from Gouveia, de Ketelaere and Olivier Giroud. So that leaves the Serie A table looking like this. I'm not sure I've even shown you the league table so far in this episode, which is very bad of me. We are top. We're top of the league. We've somehow climbed our way back up there. The victory over Inter in the Milan derby was a big help in that. And we're currently 4 points clear at the top. We've got a game in hand over a few of the teams in and around us. So it's looking pretty good. We just need to make sure we don't fall at the final hurdle like we did last season and hand it over to someone else like we did to Atalanta. But obviously our focus in the second part of this episode is the second leg of the Champions League round of 16 match against Nice. So it is obviously, as you already know, 1-1 in the other game, which we'll keep an eye on like we did last time. Celtic are leading against Benfica. We've had another injury at centre-back. Matteo Gabbia has picked up yet another injury, so he's not going to be able to play any part today. Rafa Leao is not fit enough. Tommaso Pobega is also coming back from an injury. Singo, our backup right back, he's got a bit of an injury as well, so it's not coming at a good time for us, this game. So despite all those injuries, this is the lineup we have got for this second leg. We've got Milan in goal, Zanoli at right back, Kalulu and Tomori in central defence with Theo Hernandez at left back, Ishmael Benessa and Sandro Tonali in defensive midfield, Thiago Gouveia at right wing, Charles de Ketelaere attacking centre midfield, Datro Fofana at left wing, and Olivier Giroud up front. Giroud has been in great form in the past few games. I was sort of tempted to bring Moussa Dembele into the starting lineup, but I think we will stick with Giroud for the time being. 3 youngsters on the bench because we've got so many injuries at the moment. First chance of the game very early on. It's a corner. Tonali takes it. Kalulu's there with a header and it's off the bar. From Pierre Kalulu's header. Great start to the game though. Much better than the away leg where Nice were completely dominant of us. Viña down the left-hand side now for Nice, looking to get their first opportunity of the game, possibly. Diop plays that back to Viña. We need to make a challenge here. He skips past our defender. It's Viña with a chance to get a ball in. Delort's there. Delort heads just wide. 2 early chances for, well, a chance for each side in the early goings of this first half. Both headers, but both missed. I may have spoke a bit too soon when I said that we were going to be dominant of Nice like they were to us, because we're yet to have a shot on target and they have had at least one already, as we managed to head the ball away, I think just about by Kalulu there, but it's going to fall to Mattia Vitti, and now Viña with space to run into down this left hand side. He's looked very dangerous so far today, Viña, down at the byline now, comes back on himself, and is that a trip? It's a shove apparently by Thiago Gouveia. I don't think that was in the box. The referee is going to go to VAR to check. I'm going to be very surprised if this is a penalty. It looked like Viña was out of the box and on the byline. No penalty. Good decision, ref. Well done. Nice looking to create something from the resulting free kick, though. It's Monchu in the box, takes a shot, and it's a good save by Mike Minen. It's half time, and we've been nothing short of terrible so far today. We're going to make a couple of changes at half time. We're going to move Fofana to right wing. We're going to take Gouveia off and bring on Brahim Diaz at left wing. And then we're going to bring on Moussa Dembele for Olivier Giroud. It's a bit of an early risk, possibly, but I just think we need a bit of a change. I'm going to keep an eye on Kalulu as well, because he's on a yellow and he's not playing too great today, as Datro in nicely there to win the ball for us. Can we launch an attack now and possibly get our first shot on target of the game? It's de Ketelaere in the box. He does get that shot on target, but it's parried away by Schmeichel. Monchu with the corner for Nice. Towards Webster. Headed away by De Ketelaere, but it's going to fall to Kluivert, who pulls it back to Vigna, who's in tons of space. He shoots, and Vigna's got a goal. Reese have taken the lead. It has been coming. This is not how we wanted this to go. We're going to bring Samuele Vignato on, attacking centre midfield. And we're going to switch to Mori for Simon Kjær in defence as well. Free kick. Tonali. Towards Dacho, I think it was Vigna that got there though, and Monchu heads it further, and this could be a counter-attacking opportunity for Nice if we don't win the ball back high up the field here. Ital with tons of space to run into. Of all the teams to go out with the Champions League to, we're going to go out to Nice, who are struggling in League One, but they're not struggling tonight. Atal, Theo misses the tackle. It's Kluivert now, into Ferreira, back to Atal, ball into the box to Diop. Zanoli heads that away, but it's going to come to Vigna, and Nice are still on the attack now. We just can't seem to do anything against them. I don't understand why. Dembele is going to give a penalty away. Oh, it's falling apart. Half-time substitute Moussa Dembele has surely given a penalty away here. He has. We're going to need a miracle from Mike Maignan in goal to keep us in this one. If Nice score, it's pretty much over. There's 20 minutes left. Monchu steps up to take it, and Maignan saves it. Nelly said Maignan scores. Maignan saves it. We're still in it. We just need a goal. But all the chances seem to be coming for Nice. It's Kluivert running down the right-hand side now. Tonali with a wild challenge, and that is going to be a red card, surely. That is just a mad challenge. I don't know what he was thinking. He's gone insane. Sandro Tonali's been sent off. We've got 15 minutes to go. Just over 15 minutes to go. I don't know what's happening. What's going on? So we're gonna take Fofana off. He's gonna drop down to defensive midfield. Theo is gonna come on for him. That's the last change we can make, actually. And then I think we're gonna have to switch it up a little bit. So we're gonna go with a front two with Diaz playing just off the front two. And Vignato can be an advanced forward, and we're gonna play fluid counter attack. I think the Champions League might be gone for another season. I don't know how this has happened. I was so happy to get Nice in this round of the competition. They were the easiest team on paper to face, and somehow we find ourselves losing, and not just against the run of play either. They have comfortably been the better side in this tie. I don't understand what's happened to us. It's Atal. Nice are in the attack again. They're looking for another. Theo wins the ball back, but then he gives it straight back to Atal, and Nice can get on the attack once more. Becker, so good they named him twice. Possibly is Zanoli. What is that? We're falling to pieces. We are falling to pieces in the Champions League. Maignan with a lofted ball forward towards Dembele, flicked on towards Brahim, but that's headed away nicely by our future centre-back, Mattia Vitti. Theo plays it back to Kjær. Kjær with a nice ball down the left-hand side to Theo. Can Theo do something now? Theo Hernandez with a shot. It's a good save by Schmeichel, and out for a corner. We've got less than 10 minutes left to try and salvage something from this tie and this game and our Champions League run altogether this season. It's Benessa with a corner from the right-hand side. Can he turn creator? Plays it to the back post. Schmeichel's going to come out and get that quite easily though. And another chance has gone. We've got less than 5 minutes to go now, and I don't know what to do. We're going to switch it back to the gegenpress, and we're going to go attacking with it. Okay, we're into injury time now. We have the ball. Can we get a last-ditch equaliser? Brahim with a header. Oh my God, he's done it. He's done it. Come on. Brahim Diaz. What a header. It's saying in the commentary that he didn't mean it. How has this happened? Simon Kjær with a short free kick to Benessa. Benessa with the ball over the top, and then Brahim Diaz finds Schmeichel in no man's land, and he's got an equaliser in injury time. I thought this game was over. I don't know what the tight offside is, because he's heading the ball over the keeper. I'm completely. I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't know what's going on. There's seconds left in injury time, and Zanoli has the ball into the box to Brahim. It's cleared. Benessa's there. Surely we can't. Oh my God, we can. We can. Can we? All the referees running over. Diaz might have just scored the winner. He might have just got a brace in injury time. VAR's checking it. Surely, please. It's been given. been given? What? What on earth? I'm running out of words. Ball into the box. Benessa gets the ball and then Brahim Diaz just turns it in. We've somehow gone from falling out of the competition on the 90th minute to qualifying on the 95th. What? I don't understand what's just happened. I don't understand what's just happened. On 90 minutes, I was consigned to the fact we were going to have to try again next year. And then Brahim Diaz steps up and he gets a brace within 5 minutes in injury time. Unbelievable. Absolute scenes at the San Siro. In the other game, Benfica have turned the game around. They've battered Celtic by 4-0. A hat-trick from a man we're familiar with, Junior Messias, in that one, and then Araujo getting the other goal. But I don't know what's just happened. That is the craziest thing I've seen so far in this year's game. I think I need to lie down after that one. That is peak Champions League. That is unbelievable. The Champions League draw for the quarterfinals isn't for until like the 22nd of March. So we've got 2 games that we'd be playing before then. So I'm gonna end the video here. We'll do the Champions League quarterfinal next time out. We'll find out who we're facing at the start of next episode as well. In the meantime, I'll play the league games against Bari, Empoli, Lazio and Atalanta off camera. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time. I really need to lie down, guys. Insanity.